In this outtake from my interview with Zeena Schreck, which was conducted for the episode of Rock is Lit featuring Zachary Lazar's novel Sway, Zeena elaborates on her collaboration with her godfather Kenneth Anger on a project he was thinking of doing regarding a new version of Death Takes a Holiday. You can hear more of this conversation in the full episode. Zeena was kind enough to share some personal artifacts given to her from Kenneth Anger related to the project. These artifacts and the music included in this bonus segment are the property of Zeena Schreck and cannot be reproduced in any way without her express permission. I'd like to thank Zeena for her generosity of time and spirit in participating in this interview. Enjoy.
I mentioned to you that he was thinking of doing a new version of Death Takes a Holiday.
Right.
And I did complete the thought with that, was that he had wanted me to play the female lead.
Wow.
And so that's part of the reason why he also wanted to use me as a secretary, because then I would know, the development of how it was going along. So what I found in my files was a copy of the package that he sent me with the book of it's actually the play from Samuel French, the book of Death Takes a Holiday, to memorize the lines, and the letter from him, which I can find. 1 second.
That's incredible, Zeena.
So he says here, and by the way, the letter that he sent me this with the book, these are very visually interesting, and it's unfortunate that we don't have this in a filmed version for you.
Yeah.
But so I have the book, the Samuel French book he sent me with the little bookmark he put in there, and it also has a slide of the original. It's a negative slide of the original poster for the movie with Frederick March. Just as a little sort of souvenir thing. He was always sending things to me and my parents. But this was after I was an adult living in Los Angeles. So he sent me the book. And then he says, so the stationery, by the way, that he writes this letter on January 30th of 89, it's on stationery that anybody who's a big Kenneth Anger fan will know. It's his Bobby Beausoleil stationery.
Oh, wow.
And it's very elaborate. It's at the top it says Puck Productions, and it's this very elaborate, beautifully illustrated stationery that's Bobby Beausoleil's artwork. And it is a really beautiful stationery, and it's oversized. It's a piece of oversized paper on good bond paper. So, this is January 30th, 1989. Dear Zeena, I'm putting together a new film version of Death Takes a Holiday, and I wonder if you'd like to try out for the part of Grazia. Your part begins on page 19. Read it and let me know. Forrest Ackerman is playing the Baron, Love Ken.
Wow.
And then, so inside the Death Takes a Holiday, he also inserts a postcard. No, actually, it's an index card. Dear Zeena, give me a call to let me know when you'd like to watch Death Takes a Holiday again. Because he wanted me to really start studying that. But unfortunately, it didn't manifest. But we did go to some mixers and some meetings with producers. And I think Ed Pressman was one of the producers that met with Kenneth about possibly doing this. But it just never came to fruition. But this was definitely something he was interested in doing, and I don't know if you know who Forrest Ackerman is.
No, I don't.
I should say. Forrest J. Ackerman was the creator of a magazine called Famous Monsters of Filmland, I believe. Famous Monsters, Famous Monsters of Filmland. And he's a character all in and of himself. He is a whole other story. So to not digress too far, it's just to explain to you who that was, and if the listeners look up Forrest J. Ackerman, then you'll know his story, which has interconnections to L. Ron Hubbard, to my father, to all sorts of science fiction writers in the 30s and 40s, weird tale writers. He was literary agent, and in the 30s and 40s, and he knew all sorts of people.
Wow.
Those milieu, yeah.
Rock is lit.